the brief introduction to the C. Okay.
Okay.
C and Unix, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So first we'll start. Today we'll start with the C language.
Okay.
Okay. Then we'll plan the C and Unix. So Unix command level.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, so here we need to discuss about the Unix commands.
Okay.
So we'll plan the daily 30-minute session for Unix after completion of the C.
Okay.
So C 1 hour and Unix commands is 30 minutes. So
Okay.
that so parallelly, so we'll do the C and Unix, and most probably we are trying to executing the C programs in the Unix environment only, Unix or Linux environment.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it will be helpful for you, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Coming to the C programming language, everybody is saying that C is a programming language.
Language. Mm-hmm.
What is meant by language? Generally, here we do have the
Communication.
languages like Hindi, Urdu, Kannada, Tamil, like that. Using the languages,
Yes.
here we used to communicating with the people.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm giving the words to the people, that depends on my mindset.
Okay.
So language is user defined.
Okay.
Language is user defined.
Mm-hmm.
So programming language, program in the sense set of instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Program in the sense set of instructions. Suppose here I given some program to the people to find the sum of 2 digits. Some people will finish the program in 2 steps: read A, read B, C equal to A plus B, and print C. And some of the people can finish in 2 steps: read A comma B, print A plus B. That way of writing is different.
Okay.
Way of writing is different. But aim of the program is same. That is sum of 2 digits. That way of writing is totally depends on the user. We only giving the instructions to the system.
Yes.
We only giving the instructions to the system, so it is user defined. At end of the day, I should get the result.
Yes.
Even though if I'm giving the 4 steps or 2 steps, I want to get the result that is sum of 2 digits. That is our aim, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So program in the sense set of instructions. Program in the sense set of instructions. The programming language, these instructions here I'm going to write in the particular language.
Mm-hmm.
The programming language is totally depends on the user defined. The programming language is a user defined. In which way we are communicating with the people? In which way we are communicating with the people? Using the languages. In the same way, here I am trying to communicating with the system.
Yes.
While communicating with the system, here I am using the programming languages. That programming languages are classified into 3 categories. Programming languages are classified into 3 categories. They are low level language,
Middle level.
assembly language,
High level.
and high level language. Low level language. Here, low level language is also called as mission level language. Low level language is also called as mission level language. It consists of all zeros and ones, like on or off button. We can
Yes.
have the zeros and ones.
Mm-hmm.
True or false, zeros and ones. All true values are ones, all false values are zeros.
Zeros.
The computer can understand this language very easily. Computer can understand this language very easily because all hardware components are made in the low level language or mission level language, which status is on or off, true or false, and zeros and ones. Even though if I'm giving the instructions in the high level language, system reads into zeros and ones, mission level language, and giving the result into high level language only, because we can understand the high level language itself. The programming languages are classified into three categories. They are low level language, assembly language, and high level language. Low level language is also called as the mission level language, which consists of all zeros and ones. Computer can understand this language very easily because all hardware components are made in the low level language, which status is on or off, true or false, zeros and ones. Next, assembly language. Assembly language, it consists of all mnemonic codes. Mnemonic codes in the sense all symbolic constants, like
Okay.
this. All symbolic constants. We don't have any operator like this. These are all the mnemonic codes. These cannot be understood by the system directly. So there is a translator called assembler. There is a translator called assembler, translates into low level language, that is zeros and ones. Next, high level language. It consists of all English like words. There are two translators called interpreter and compiler. Interpreter compiles the program line by line. Whereas compiler compiles an entire program at a time.
Okay.
Like here I given the 5 lines of the program. I'm using the interpreter to compile the program. If error occurred at second line and fourth line, cursor will not continue to third line until unless we rectify the second line. After rectifying the second line, then cursor moves to third line, next fourth line, next line, fifth line. Line by line, interpreter compiles the program line by line, whereas compiler compiles an entire program at a time, at once. Here it's showing all errors at a time, at once, and we can rectify at any direction. But debugging means error correction. Debugging means error correction is very easy using the interpreter than compared to compiler, but it takes a lot of time. Here interpreter languages is Pascal, COBOL, BASIC, Fortran, etc. Compiler languages is C, C++, Java, .NET, Visual Basic, C#. These are all compiler based languages. C is the first compiler which having the features of both high level language and low level language. So C is called as mission level language. Sorry, middle level language. So C is called as middle level language. And C is also called as procedural language. Structured programming language. We do have some structure here to write a program. Structured programming language. Platform independent programming language. Platform independent programming language. That means C and C++ programs can be written in any operating system, in Windows or Unix or Ubuntu, Fedora, anything. So we can say C and C++ are platform independent programming languages. Here programming languages are classified into 3 categories. They are low level language, assembly language, and high level language. Low level language is also called as the mission level language, which consists of all zeros and ones. Computer can understand this language very easily because all hardware components are made in the low level language, which status is on or off, true or false, or zeros and ones. Assembly language consists of all mnemonic codes like symbolic constants. These cannot be understood by the system directly. So there is a translator called assembler, translates into low level language, that is zeros and ones. High level language consists of all English like words. There are 2 translators called interpreter and compiler. Interpreter compiles the program line by line, whereas compiler compiles an entire program at once. But debugging means error correction is very easy using the interpreter, friends, then compared to compiler, but it takes a lot of time. The interpreter language is Pascal, COBOL, BASIC, Fortran, etc. Compiler programming languages are C, C++, Java, .NET, Visual Basic, C#, Oracle. C is the first compiler which having the features of both high level language and low level language. So C is called as middle level language. C is also called as procedural language or structured programming language, or platform independent programming languages. Platform independent programming languages. In 1972, C language was developed by Mr. Dennis Ritchie at AT&T Bell Laboratories. So what is the structure of a program? We'll see. What is the structure we are following to write a program? Documentation section to write the comment lines. Link section, header files. Definition section to define the constants. Global declaration section, all the global variables. Main section, the program execution starts from main itself. Again, here I do have declaration part, that is variable declaration, and the execution part, input, output statements and all things. Subroutine section to write the functions, independent blocks. So this is the structure we are following to write a program in the C. Documentation section, link section, definition section, global declaration section, main, again main having the two parts, declaration part and execution part, and subroutine section. Documentation section. Documentation section that consists of all comment lines. The comment line, it gives the description of the program. The documentation section consists of all the comment lines, which gives the description of the program. The comment line which is not executable at runtime. Comment line which is not executable at runtime. Here I do have the two types of the comment lines, 2 forward slash for writing the single line comment. Closing is not required. Multi-line comments is required to close. Multiple line comments. Like for example, for heading, find the sum of 2 digits like this. And accept a number. Find it is even or odd number. Where we require to write the description in the program, then we use the comment symbols, 2 forward slash or forward slash star and star forward slash. The single line comment and multi-line comments. That comment line which is not executable at runtime. That comment line which is not executable at runtime. The documentation section consists of all comment lines, which gives the description of the program. Comment line which is not executable at runtime. Here we do have the two types of the comment lines in single line and multi-line. 2 forward slash for single line comment. Forward slash star and star forward slash is the multi-line comments. We can write the comment lines in anywhere in the program where we require to describing something about the logic and about the statement. There itself we can use the comment line symbols to write the description of the program. Got my point, Divya?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Next, link section. Link section provides the instructions to link with other files. Link section provides the instructions to link with other files. Like hash include stdio.h. Stdio stands for
Standing.
standard input output header file. Standard input statement is scanf. So which is used to read a value from the keyboard. And standard output statement is printf, which is used to print a value on the screen. If I'm using the functions which is related to conio.h, console input output header file, then conio.h. If I'm using the string functions in the program, string.h, standard library.h, stdlib.h, like this. The link section provides the instructions to link with other files. Hash include stdio.h header file. Stdio stands for standard input output header file. Standard input statement is scanf, which is used to read a value from the keyboard. Standard output statement is printf, to print a value on the screen. If I'm writing the mathematical functions in the program, then math.h in the link section, like this. Next, definition section. All symbolic constants can be defined in definition section. These cannot be changed in throughout execution of the program. If you want to change it in the definition section itself, we should write here. Where I'm writing the A in the program, then automatically it will be taking the 20. Symbolic constant in the sense, I'm not using any operators like equal to, less than, greater than, any operator here I'm not using. Just I'm giving the space to assign some value to the variable. That is a constant. Symbolic constant can be defined in definition section. These cannot be changed in throughout execution of the program. And global declaration section. Global declaration section. All global variables are declaring in the global declaration section. These are also called as external variables. Example is integer m, integer I, then subroutine section, integer j, like this. M is a global variable to main and subroutine section. I is a local variable to only main. J is a local variable to only sub. I cannot be used in sub, J cannot be used in main. But M can be used in main section as well as subroutine section. We declared out of main. Friends, main is a special function which tells where the program starts. Here M is a global variable to main and subroutine section. I is a local variable to only main. J is a local variable to only sub. Next, main. Here main is a special function. Main is a special function which tells where the program starts. Every C program must have a main function. Again, it has two parts. Declaration part and execution part. All variable declarations done in declaration part. All C statements can be written in execution part. Every statement so every C statement should be terminated with a semicolon. These two parts are enclosed within pair of braces is called as compound statement. Next, subroutine section. All user defined functions can be written in subroutine section. This can be placed after the main. So this is the structure we are following to write a program in the C. Documentation section, link section, definition section, global declaration section, main section, and subroutine section. All comment lines we can write in the documentation section. It gives the description of the program. That comment line, it may be a single line or multi-line. To write the single line description here I'm using 2 forward slash. To write the multi-line description here I'm writing the forward slash star and star forward slash. Next, link section. Link section provides the instructions to link with other files. Hash include stdio.h header file. Stdio stands for standard input output header file. The corresponding header file should be included in the link section only, like math.h, string.h, stdlib.h. And so graphics.h. The corresponding header file should be included in the link section to provide the instructions to link with other files. Definition section. To define all symbolic constants, we use the definition section. This cannot be changed in throughout execution of the program. Where I'm writing the A in the given example, that A will be taking the 20 automatically. Global declaration section. All global variables are declared in the global declaration section. These are also called as the external variables. In the given example, M is a global variable to main and subroutine section. I is a local variable to only main. J is a local variable to only sub. Main is a special function which tells where the program starts. Every C program must have a main function. Again, it has two parts. That is declaration part and execution part. All variable declarations done in the declaration part. All executable statements can be written in execution part. Every C statement should be terminated with a semicolon. These two parts are enclosed within pair of braces is called as the compound statement. Subroutine section, this all user defined functions can be written in subroutine section. This can be placed after the main. So for everything is clear, right, Divya?
Yes, yes, that's nice.
Here input statement is scanf, which is used to read a value from the keyboard. The general format of the scanf is scanf control string and the addresses of the variable list. Control string helps to describing the what kind of value here I'm reading. Like here I can give the different input to the system. Integer values, decimals, characters, alphanumeric characters. The different kind of the information here we can give. How I'm representing the data to the database system is with the help of the control string. If I'm writing the %d, then system can understand, compiler can understand to read the integer value. If I want to have the decimals, then I'm giving the instruction to the compiler to read the decimals like 1.1.3 like this, %f. For single character group of characters, %lc or %ls. Friends, the different classifications of the data we can represent with the help of the control strings to the compiler. Your control strings here I'm using in the input statement and output statement also. Because in the same way I should print the value, right? Different type of value. So here I can use the control string in the output statement called printf also. So which is used to print a value on the screen. Print a value on the screen. Printf within double quotation here I'm giving the control string. Comma variable list. Here I'm not using the address because while for reading purpose only I should read the address of the variable. Once we get the address, then we are getting the person details. Right? So in the same way here, once we declare the variable in the program, that variable plays somewhere else in the memory. So to store some value into the variable, I should read the address of the variable. While printing, not required. Already we get the value into the variable, then that variable list here I should give. Only the thing is what kind of value here I'm printing, whether it is integer or decimal or character like this. So we'll write the simple program using the printf statement following the structure of the C program. Documentation section. Here I'm writing some description here, some comment line. Next, link section, stdio.h. Next, definition section is optional. Global declaration section is optional. Then directly I'm starting with main. Main is a special function which tells where the program starts. Each and every program must have a main function. Here itself I am including the statements. Just I'm practicing about the printf statement to print a value on the screen. Printf, here I'm giving the high. I'm not using the line sequence here. Just I given the string in the printf statement within the double quotation. What I given the string within the double quotation, same will be appear on the screen, and in the result, the cursor portion is waiting at the end of the string only. Because here I'm not using any line sequence here, \n or endl, anything. If I'm using the \n,
Next line.
then after printing the line, control comes to the new line. Cursor is waiting in new line. Like this. So if I'm not using the line sequence \n, then where cursor portion is waiting at the end of the string only. So here I'm giving the 3 lines sequence. After 3 lines gap, here I want to print something. Like this. How to compile the program? In Windows environment, in the Windows environment, Turbo C here I'm using. We use the Turbo C. For compilation, F9 is the functional key for compilation. Control button and F9 for run plus compilation. Alt F5 to see the result. F7 is the functional key to have the step-by-step execution. Alt F4 to quit. F2 for save the program. F3 for opening the program. .c is an extension of C program. Is a Unix or Linux or Ubuntu in any platform or Fedora in any platform. Here I'm writing the VI editor to write the program VI filename.c. Then escape button, save and quit. Here I'm writing the for compilation cc filename.c for compilation. ./a.out. Out file will be creating by the compiler to see the result. These are the steps here I'm following to compile the program in the Windows environment as well as Unix or in Ubuntu Fedora environment. See here I'll write the program, the Linux box. So vi demo.c, some file name, it should be alphabet letter. Any file you can write.
Mhm.
Demo.c. .c is an extension. The demo program here are given. Hash include stdio.h. You are given the different printf statements, output statement. Then escape button, shift colon WQ, save and quit. W for save, Q for quit. Then here itself I am writing the cc file name.c, compiling the program. There are no errors at all. Then ./a.out to see the result. So this is the way we are compiling the program and executing the program. Any queries, Divya?
So, no, Mahesh. But I want brief explanation about how to compile and everything in Unix. I know about C, but I don't know how to compile this
Sorry,
program in
in the
Unix.
Unix environment is required, right?
Yes.
So do you have the Linux platform in your computer?
Yes.
Okay. So here see, just the open the terminal after connecting to the Linux.
Okay.
Open in terminal,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
Then here I'm using the VI editor.
Mm-hmm.
VI editor is the visual editor, line editor. It helps to writing the program in
Mm-hmm.
the Unix or Linux.
Okay.
Here I'm writing the file name .c,
Okay.
d.c I'm writing. In the insert mode itself, here I should write I can write something. Press I for insert mode.
Okay.
Then here I'm writing the string, like I'm writing the program
Okay.
line by line. Printf. So welcome to C programming. Some string here I'm writing within the double quotation. Three line space here I'm giving. Then printf. Then escape button. Press escape button in the keyboard
Mm-hmm.
and shift button and colon. W
WQ.
for save, Q for
Q for
quit.
quit. Okay. But if you want to do any modifications, how we can do that?
Again, so we should open the VA editor, then we can do modifications here,
Okay.
right? Same
Mm-hmm.
insert mode.
Okay.
And compiling is cc, that is cc
Dot
file
file
name dot
name.
c
Okay.
./a.out to see the result. Got it?
Okay.
If I want to add something, then again go for the VA editor and the insert mode.
Okay.
So here I can write something, right? Escape mode, WQ, CC, file name dot C. Semicolon is missing, right?
Yes.
ccd.c ./a.out. We can work with this, right?
Okay. It's dot forward slash a. This is one kind of command or what?
That is the output file. So out
Okay.
file will be generated by the system only to
Mm-hmm.
get to see the result, which so what we compiled recently for the
Okay.
compilation. So recently we compiled the program .c. So for the recent compilation itself, we'll be getting the result.
Okay.
Because for every compilation, the .out file will be created. Then we can see the ./a.out to see the result for the recent compilation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm good.
Any more queries, Divya?
No, no, Mahesh. Good.
So far everything is clear, right?
Yes, yes.
So how was the session here?
Yeah, it's good, Mahesh.
Understandable and simple way, right?
Everything good. Yeah. So, are you going to send this audio, right?
Yeah, so please text me your email ID and I'll
Okay.
send the audio and text file. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
So please text me your email ID. Then
Okay.
tomorrow we'll see as our discussion. So the 30 minutes, so Unix or Linux commands, then
Okay.
1 hour session for C. Okay.
So, okay. So actually, we'll do one thing, Mahesh. So I'm pregnant, so it's difficult for me to sit 1.5 hour continuously.
Then first we'll see the C, then the
Oh,
Linux. Okay.
okay, okay.
First we'll try to complete the C language. Then we'll
Mm,
start with the Linux. Okay.
okay,
The daily 1 hour we can see.
okay,
So 8 to 9. Tomorrow 8
okay,
a.m. IST. So we'll do the session. Okay.
okay. If it is possible, I'm okay for 1.5 hour section.
Yeah.
So
Whenever you are
we'll see.
flexible, so then please ping me.
Mm,
Then I'll take the session. Okay.
oh, okay,
One
okay,
and a half hour. Hmm?
okay, okay. I will send my email.
Yeah. Please text your email ID. So I'll forward to you right away. Hmm?
Okay, okay.
So tomorrow we'll see at so 8 a.m. IST. Okay.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Thanks for
Thank
giving the
you.
time. So thanks, Divya. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Mahesh.